Hello and welcome to a video for SAP Business One. The focus of this video is going to be on the web client specifically. And in this video, we're going to focus in on the purchase order process. So we're going to show you a purchase order. We're going to carry that over to a goods receipt. And then we'll finish it out by copying that to an AP invoice and showing you how everything ties together. So first thing, you're going to see a home screen here and you're going to see a web client. And this is my personal home screen on my demo database. And we're going to go to the purchasing modules here. So I'm going to click on purchasing. It's going to take me down there, and we're going to go to create a new purchase order. Okay, now we have our purchase order screen, and we're going to start by putting in our vendor first. So let's select our vendor here. Any remarks? Let's just go ahead and put this in as a test. We have all our dates in here filled in. So let's work our way down and start putting in some items. Let's go ahead and create and order one of these office prints here. See, our tax code already defaulted there. We have options to modify that. Let's go ahead and just make it exempt. But I can modify my quantities, unit prices, discounts, so on and so forth, based on my authorizations, of course. Now you're going to see the freight charges here instead of being carved out into its own little module on the that you're used to seeing on the full client here, but it's right here in the bottom, so I could add freight if I would like here. I have my summary. Then I'm getting into my logistics, my accounting tabs. So typically on the full client, you're going to see this in its own tab that you go to, but it's just a scroll here. Or we could just click up here and it'll take me to the appropriate sections. So I could be clicking down through accounting. It's going to bring over all my defaults from the business partner for their payment terms, so on and so forth. And then we all have our user-defined fields as well. Those will all be available at the bottom. So those are included here. So let's say we have everything we need just for a very simple purchase order here. Let's go ahead and hit add. We're going to add that here, and we'll review that. So here's our open purchase order. And the next step here is that we're going to copy this over to a goods receipt. So same that you'd see in the full client here, we have our copy to functions. So this is receiving. So we're going to copy this to a goods receipt PO. Everything's going to maintain the same. Let's say we're receiving everything in full, all the quantities. Granted, there only is one of them, so we'll just receive that one. So we're going to increase our stock by 1. Let's add this to the system. And it is worth mentioning too that the copy to and copy from functions are both available, meaning you can open up a blank goods receipt and do a copy from if you'd like. We're going to work our way through the copy to here, all the way to the AP invoice. So now we have our goods receipt. We've received this quantity into stock, and now we're going to copy this over to an AP invoice. Now here's our invoice to review before we add it. We're going to say everything looks good here. We're going to go ahead and add that. Now we have an open AP invoice. So let's take a look at the relationship map. So normally we're used to seeing this with a right click in the full client, but in here, it's just a little button up at the upper right here, and you can see the full process as it worked its way through. So we can see where our purchase order started. We can see our goods receipt, or if we did multiple, we could have had goods receipts. So we could have multiple goods receipts, and then we have our AP invoice here at the end.